Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's Blair Walsh now about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Raider 734. Down. Blue 80. Check 49. Check 49. 93. 93.
Carr now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they end.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Quick, quick. Tight end right.
So here's Vick following the interception. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. On the give, this is Lynch. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And, Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. He introduced himself with authority on that play.
Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Hey, let's go.
On 3rd yardage here, back at the 23-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. They will indeed go for it. Vick.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Quick. Watch left. Eagle 44.
Now a 1st down carry here for McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Vick on 2nd down. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Hey, let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill out the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
I see you. I see you. Got it. 5-2 is the mic. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Vick. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the 1st quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Here's Michael Vick. Open man, it's Vanette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Vick and the offense will start 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. This give is to McCoy. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
McCoy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A give to McCoy. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Following the penalty, Lynch. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Hot.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you. Let's go. Base 5-2. Hey, 4 down.
Now McCoy. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
They get it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. LaShawn McCoy, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. On the run, he'll let this go. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey.
Now a second down throw for Vic. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Here goes Vic on 4th down. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 3, but still little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Get set. 4 down. Check.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Third quarter starts with a run from Lynch. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there. Kill.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
All right, let's go. Double tight. Eagle.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
808.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. And some room to work. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A 1st down throw coming for Vick. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Well, so they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Crash down.
And the blitz does come. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll throw again. Here's Vick. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Rod Woodson picks his former team, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not sure I've seen a better all-around athlete than Rod Woodson. I mean, he was at Purdue at the same time I was at Tennessee, and he was obviously way better than me. His last game at Purdue, the coach let him play both ways. He played 137 plays that day, returned punts, kickoffs, had 10 tackles on defense with a pass broken up and a forced fumble, and 236 all-purpose yards on offense, and they kept the old Oaken bucket by beating Indiana that year.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Down. 180. Heavy. Go.
This is Ajayi. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dontari Poe with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
On the move to his left. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Down. 180. Hey, 734.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Nice footwork by McCoy. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. They give him a gain of 38.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Vic now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
Vic operating on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's to the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. LaShawn McCoy. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Walsh. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Three down, three down. Shift. Here we go, we're good, we're good.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Low. 694. Mike's 50. 734.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15.
Express.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 57 yards.
We're good.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's McCoy. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Even. 4 down. Down. 180. Mike's 50. 24.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Glover Quinn. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
4 down.
Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Pretty move by Shady. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. First down, Vic. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Parker unable to get that one. That'll bring up second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Vic now. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now here's Vic. And Graham's got it over the middle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stage.
Alpha.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Quick. Double tight, guys, double tight. Everyone's got 4 down.
Second down, Vic. Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked up by Champ Bailey. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. So that right there was his 2nd pick, but keep in mind, this is a guy who once had a rare 3-interception game in his career.
So what are you saying, that getting 2 in a game, that's like kid stuff for him? That's nothing. He's already
Amateur
done that,
hour.
right? Been there, done that. You know he wants a 3rd again.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.